welcome back to Manchester, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of persistence. Now, as you can maybe tell from the intro slide at the beginning, a bit of a time lapse, that the UFC are in town right now. UFC 204 is taking place in Manchester and I am going to it. I'm going to the weigh-ins this evening and to the main event tomorrow. Can't wait. And it's that which has led me on to the topic of today, which is about the power of perseverance and dedication in whatever it is that you are doing. Now, let's scroll back 9 years, and I was in university and I was attending UFC 70 when Michael Bisping was in Manchester once again to fight Elvis Sinisic, I think. And like I said, at the time I was maybe, I can't remember how old I was, but I bought the cheapest tickets I could. I really wanted to go to the event. I've been a big mixed martial arts fan for a long time, and for the UFC to come to Manchester, it was a big deal. And yeah, I managed to get the money together to go. I think the cheapest ticket I could get was £70, which back then to a student was a lot of money. And yeah, I loved it. The crowd was amazing, and like I said, this was Mike Bisping's, I think, first proper fight in the year. He just won the Ultimate Fighter a year earlier, and I think this was his second fight in the UFC in the main card. So it was sort of a big deal. Hometown hero comes home, UFC in Manchester, had to be there. And I remember back then, you know, we were sat way up in the rafters of the Manchester Arena, and I was looking down and I was thinking, one day, if, the UFC comes back to Manchester and the card is good, I want to be able to afford one of those seats down there and be able to properly, experience it a little bit better, be a little bit closer to the action. Now let's also look at this perseverance topic from Mike Bisping's point of view. Mike is now the current UFC Middleweight Champion. That's sort of a big deal. He's the best in the world in middleweight. That's what that belt means. And I went to see him in his second fight in the UFC 9 years ago. And this is his first title defense tomorrow night as the middleweight champion. So that's taken him 9 years of hard graft, training, ridiculous amounts, and going in and getting beaten up and having setbacks, losing, on that road to being the champion. It wasn't an easy one for Mike, and that is the sort of parallel that I want to draw from today. It's the same in business, and it's not always going to be easy. You can't just expect a nice smooth road on your path to greatness as an entrepreneur, as a businessman or a businesswoman. But the key is to never give up and to never lose sight of what it is that you are chasing and that dream that you are going after. Because as soon as you give up, you're never going to get it. You've basically thrown the towel in and that's it. Are you a quitter? Is that how it's going to be? Is that what you're going to be remembered for? Are you going to look back in 50, 60, 70 years and go, what if? What if I didn't give up? What if I carried on because I believed in myself that I could do it? So the power of perseverance is real. Like I said, it took Mike more than 9 years. 9 years was just his UFC. Before that, he was in Strike Force. He'd been training since he was a teenager in kickboxing. It's taken him a lifetime. And Mike is now, sorry, I have some notes, 37. He's 37 years old and he's the middleweight champion. It took him more than a decade, much more than a decade, probably from his teens, so probably close to 20 years to get to where he wanted to be. But the difference between Mike Bisping and the hundreds of others who were in a similar position was he didn't give up. Every time he got a knockback, he accepted it, he dusted himself down, he got back up, he got back in the gym, and he tried and tried again. Perseverance counts. Never underestimate the power. As long as you believe in yourself, you don't need anything else. You can go after it. And to bring this a little bit sort of on me, which is not, I don't really like doing too much, but back 9 years ago, I was in the, like I said, in the really cheap seats in the Manchester, and I say cheap, It's the UFC, those guys know how to charge ticket prices. But I was in the cheapest seats looking down, and I was sort of saying, if this ever comes back and the card is good, I want to be able to sit down there, be close to the action and truly experience it, and not have to worry about how much the tickets cost or how much a beer costs or whatever. I just want to be comfortable enough to enjoy that experience. I don't have, you know, as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, I probably sacrificed a lot of socializing things through the years, and this was like my one thing that I would allow myself to truly sort of experience. And I did it. You know, tomorrow night I'll be sat in Manchester Arena, pretty damn close to the cage, and it's nice for me to be able to look forward and go, yes, it's 9 years of, you know, going through university, getting experience in what I do, building a business for the past 4-5 years nearly. But now I'm in the position to be able to enjoy that, what that hard work has led to. And if that can hopefully give you some motivation, some, you know, a realistic experience of what perseverance can do, you can go and get your goals, you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. You just have to keep on going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter, you know, how many times you get knocked down, how many times people tell you no, it won't work. You have to go after it. As long as you believe in yourself and you deep down know it can work, go for it. You have nothing to lose. And like I said before, if you just ask yourself that one question, what is the worst that can happen? Chances are it's probably not that bad. Is it that bad that it's worth not taking the risk? Probably not. So anyway guys, that is the video for today. It's all about perseverance and dedication and never giving up, sticking with your dreams, your goals, and seeing them through to the end. And that's it for me today. I need to quickly get this edited and then jump in the shower and get over to the weigh-ins. I'm sure that'll be a great atmosphere. And then tomorrow, I nearly have to make myself nocturnal. The fights don't start until at least midnight, and they're going to be the prelim fights. Saturday is going to be a weird day. I'm going to have to really take it easy in the daytime, and Sunday, well, who knows what state I'll be in Sunday. Depends how Mike does, I guess. So with that said, if you have enjoyed this video or found it in any way useful, please leave a like, rating below, and if you could subscribe to the channel, again, it would mean the world to me. I'm trying to post content daily for you guys, and I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'll see you in the next video.